Hare Krishna. Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yashodanandana Rajajanarandana Yamunati Ravanachari नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री गौर निताय की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समावेत भक्तवृंद की, कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। हरे कृष्णा। We can show this one there. You can put the ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you for the Sunday feast program. We have a very important, interesting topic today, the good and bad side of competition. See, on the left side, you see these two little girls, they are good friends, isn't it? We agree? On the right side, both of them are getting electric shock, you see. By unhealthy comparison. So, this is a very important topic even for the devotees. Because Srila Prabhupada says even in the spiritual world there is competition between gopis, Prabhupada says. But what type of competition is that competition? He says that if one gopi is making a beautiful garland for Krishna, other gopi thinks, oh, she has made such a beautiful garland. Now I am not so good. Now I am going to learn from her so that I can make even a better garland. So they think like that. They want to enhance their service to Krishna by learning from others. The spiritual world. But they never condemn the service of another devotee. They never say that, humbug, she thinks she has made a good garland, now I will prove to the world that I can make a better garland. Like that they don't condemn. They only admire. How wonderful. Or if somebody is doing some service, they only develop wonderment and appreciation, admiration, and respect for them. And then they want to learn from them to make it better. There is one very interesting episode in the 4th canto. Prithu Maharaj is praying to Lord Vishnu, and he is telling that, my dear Lord, you are appearing in front of me and giving me darshan. That's a very interesting dialogue it is. Na nataye na kamaye nata tadapyaham kvachin na yatra yushmat charanam bujasavaha mahattamantar hridayan mukachyuto vidatsvakarna yutameshame varehi. Like there are a series of verses. I'm just telling you one verse. Lord is asking him, what do you want? He says, definitely I don't want the hellish material enjoyments, he's saying. In this world, even people residing in hell get eating, sleeping, mating, defending facilities. I don't want any material enjoyment. You are a awarder of liberation. Why will I ask you for material enjoyments, he's asking. And then Lord is asking, oh, that means you want liberation. In Brahman, Brahma Jyoti, in the impersonal Brahman. He's saying, no, my dear Lord, I don't want to go to Brahma Jyoti. Why? There is no nectar of your Krishna Katha, he's telling. It is not a place to go because I can't hear your sweet Krishna Katha there. And he also says that, then the Lord is asking, then where is that honey of Krishna Katha available? He's saying it is dripping from the mouth of your loving servitors, the devotees. Because in their heart they have a kalash of amritam, the nectar of your Katha they keep pouring out. So I want to go to that assembly where I can get that nectar of your Krishna Katha, and I want 1 crore years to hear that Krishna Katha, like that he is saying. And then he is asking, I have one more desire, he says. The Lord is asking, ask for any benediction you wish, Prithu. He is telling that I don't want to name any benediction, my dear Lord, because I am afraid I will get into trouble by asking some benediction. Therefore, I suggest you that you are like my father. A father knows best what son needs. So whatever you think is good for me, you give me. Like that he says. Even if you give me something painful, if it is good for my progress, I am ready to accept. You give whatever you wish. Like that he says. And then he says, but I have one personal desire, I will tell you. You know what? When I return back to Godhead, I have a very great desire to massage your lotus feet. He says, but I have a fear that Lakshmi will compete with me. He says, she is my mother. I am afraid that here this fellow was competing with me. Who? Indra. I did 99 yajnas. I wanted to do the 100th sacrifice. And this Indra was disturbed by that. And then he started stealing my horse. I got into a competitive mode. And then you sent Brahma to advise me. And then I gave up the competition. And then you became pleased with me. Because you took my side and you appreciated me, although Indra got his post to continue as a Indra, but you are taking me to back to Godhead, which means you have given me a spiritual benediction, you have given him a material benediction. So in that way, I feel that you have taken my side. You have taken my side. I am very pleased with you. I am grateful to you for that. But now when I come there, I am afraid that there also there will be competition. With whom? With Lakshmi. So I am worried about that. And I hope that you will take my side, he says. And not Lakshmi's side. And the reasoning he gives, I will tell you what he says. He says that in case Lakshmi competes with me, I will say, it's okay, you massage the right leg, I will massage the left leg. We have two lotus feet of the Lord, isn't it? Here comes a very interesting point. He says that when a husband is sitting with his wife in a swing, and they both are swinging, his wife is embracing him, and they both are swinging, and the child sitting down is taking some palm of rice and showing to father, Papa, please take it. And the husband leaves the grip of the wife and rushes to the child to accept it from the child's hand. Similarly, Lord Narayana is controlled by the love of Lakshmi, but when one of his jivas, devotees, comes forward to offer some little service, Narayana considers it even more attractive than service of Lakshmi. That doesn't mean to undermine Lakshmi. That means to show how much the Lord loves the jivas who are coming towards him. So, in this way, when I try to give you service, I am sure you will be on my side and you will protect my service. And I also pray to you that my mother Lakshmi may not become upset with me, angry with me. So there Prabhupada writes he was a Veera Bhakta. Veera Bhakta means some devotees have a heroic nature in rendering service. So even Prabhupada uses his name in Vidura also, Veera Bhakta. Veera Bhakta actually means their speech may appear little Kshatriya-like. Like Kulashekara, you will say that, he will say, Idam shariram parinamapeshadam patatyavashyam shatasanti jarjaram kim aushadim prichasi mooda durmate niramayam Krishna rasayanam piba. He is saying that, this body has so many hundreds of joints and the body is falling apart, the material body. Don't be attached to repairing this material body, my friend, and don't waste your time struggling with this body. You drink the Krishna rasayanam elixir, by drinking which you will, Niramayam Krishna Rasayanam people. You will attain all perfection by that elixir of Krishna Rasa. Don't ask for a material tonic, take the spiritual tonic, he's saying. So, there are many verses like this. You will find Kulashekara also speaking with great vigor, in eagerness to surrender to the Lord. So, I just told these instances to you because sometimes even amongst big devotees, there appears to be sometimes competition, but never they will insult one another or condemn one another. One day, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was observing that Srivas Thakur was too much praising Vaikuntha. It was a Vasant Panchami day. So Srivas Thakur was telling to Swarup Damodar, Swarup Damodar, what is the use of your Vrindavan? You don't know how opulent Vaikuntha is. Do you know in Vaikuntha everybody eats basmati rice and molten ghee? They eat very opulent foods. And do you know how the Lord is decorated with so much of jewelry and Kaustuba jewel and armlets and bracelets and bangles and earrings and what opulence? Your Vrindavan is simply a rustic land with dust. Either he said. To this, Swarup Damodar said, what are you talking about opulence of Vaikuntha? One dust of Vrindavan cannot be equated to even all the opulences of Vaikuntha and the material world put together. And when Mahaprabhu saw that, Mahaprabhu clapped hands and said, wonderful, Swarup, you defeated Srivas very nicely. Now let us see, Srivas, what argument do you have any more present with you to defeat the argument of Swarup Damodar? Like that he asked. So then Srivas presented some more arguments. So it was going back and forth. And Mahaprabhu would be watching what both of them are speaking about. So Mahaprabhu wants which one to be glorified more? Vrindavan. So whenever he felt Swarup Damodar's arguments need a little more substantiation, Mahaprabhu will enter into the argument. And he will supply additional argument. So Mahaprabhu enjoyed this. And then as Srivas Thakur started glorifying Vaikuntha too much. He said, "Hey Srivas, today your mind has become carried away by Vaikuntha. Huh? Because you are Narada, you often go to Vaikuntha and say Narayana, Narayana always." Huh? So in this way, Mahaprabhu sometimes enjoyed the competition between devotees and discussing about the glory of Vaikuntha and Goloka. But there is not even iota of any blemish in these tussles between devotees. Huh? These tussles are actually enhancing the devotional vigor of the devotees. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to South India, he met Venkata Bhatta and asked, "Dear Venkata Bhatta," actually Venkata Bhatta saw Mahaprabhu, you know where? In the Srirangam temple. There were thousands of people surrounding, making a big circle. Mahaprabhu was in the middle, dancing and chanting loudly to the holy name. Huh? And everybody saw for the first time. In South India, people are a little shy to dance. Huh? They will only clap hands from a distance, generally speaking. Of course, you will find there is one group of Vaishnavas I have seen around the Tulasi Maharani, they dance. Huh? They go inside and outside, they dance also. And also keep Radha Krishna in the center and they dance Vaishnavas. But it is rare. Many times people are a little shy. So these people are watching. Here is a sannyasi with a golden complexion, raising the arms and dancing so beautifully. His eyes are like lotus petals. He looks exactly like Shyam Sundar. Only his color is Gaur Sundar, isn't it? So they're watching. At that time, Venkata Bhatta came forward and offered obeisances. And he invited the sannyasi to come to his home. And then when Mahaprabhu went to his home, he washed his feet and gave him a great honor and everything. And then requested that, "Why don't you stay for Chaturmasa in my house?" And Mahaprabhu accepted. He stayed in his house for 4 months. During that 4 months, one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him a question. "My dear Venkata Bhatta, tell me, why is goddess of fortune Lakshmi attracted to Krishna's rasa dance? She has Narayana already. Why can't she be massaging the feet of Narayana and be happy? Why is she attracted to Krishna's rasa dance?" And Venkata Bhatta asked, "My dear Lord, what is the problem in this point? Because Krishna and Narayana are same person only. And Lakshmi is chaste wife of Narayana, and there is nothing wrong if she is attracted to Krishna's rasa dance." And Mahaprabhu said, "That is true. In Tattva, there is no difference between Narayana, Krishna and Rama. All three are only one person only. If somebody finds difference between them, he is a Pashanti, he is an atheist," he said. But there is difference in their rasas, moods. Krishna's rasa with his devotee is much different, homely rasa compared to Narayana's parliament rasa. So, and then Mahaprabhu said, "Why is she attracted? Because Krishna is a sportive Lord, he is a playful Lord, he is a naughty Lord. And the gopis are not attracted to Narayana because once in a place called Paita, the gopis saw Narayana with 4 arms. It's not Narayana, Krishna only, but like Narayana, 4 arms. He was teasing, pretending in Narayana's form. At that time, gopis one by one saw Narayana, offered namaskar and asked Narayana, "Did you see which way Krishna went?" So they showed, he showed direction, they went in that direction. Last day, Radharani was the last one to come. Her eyes were, mixed with that kajal, that what do you call in English, that one? Massacre? Anointment? Eye anointment. It was mixed with that, and it was tears, and her hair was disheveled. And she looked at Narayana, and Narayana could not maintain his 4 arms anymore. 2 arms got melted away. You know the pastime? Correct? Yeah. So here Mahaprabhu quoted this instance and said, gopis were not attracted to Narayana, but Lakshmi is attracted to Krishna. So he was telling that point. So, and then Venkata Bhatta said, "My dear Lord, you know truths much better than me. Who am I? I have to hear from you," he said. Mahaprabhu then laughed and he encouraged Venkata Bhatta. So Venkata Bhatta and Mahaprabhu were thickest friends. Thickest of friends, and Venkata Bhatta offered his son Gopala Bhatta in service to Mahaprabhu. Later on, Gopala Bhatta became Gopala Bhatta Goswami. You all know that. And Venkata Bhatta's brother became Prabodhananda Saraswati, who became initiated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He became a great sannyasi. You will see that. So why am I saying this? The great souls, when they enter into such discussions and all, their respect, mutual respect for each other is never diminished. They will never condemn each other. They may speak jokingly, playfully, but their appreciation for each other, respect for each other, love for each other, trust in each other will never diminish. But oftentimes when younger devotees get into these kind of dialogues, because of the narrow-mindedness, they will see black and white, they can't see grey. Because of which they will think this is right, that is wrong. So they will get into confusion and it leads to many competitions, for useless competitions. So now I told you about philosophical things I was telling you. Now I am coming to something very practical, down to earth. Let me check just 1 minute. I can get the connection. The net connection is not coming here. Which one is it? Somebody can help me? Connection. Yeah. I want to show one little skit I wanted to show. Here, in this. The circle one, yeah. In this. Yes. Untemple, that one, yeah. I'll show you one little drama, you can see that, and then we will start, okay? You sure of the number? Actually, I am teaching the leaders in Pune. I have got some dramas, skits done by some congregation devotees. So I will show you one of those. You got another one? This one? This one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Actually, the one I did with congregation devotees is all in Hindi, but I'll show you the English one. But this is done with brahmacharis. I got it done with brahmacharis. It's coming? I can reconnect again. It's coming now. Sound is not coming, huh? Okay. I think I have to change the sound in just a minute. I'll do it. Speakers. Okay. Very professionally done. Skit.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I am feeling so fortunate to be part of this wonderful book distribution team. Recently, I had been to Mayapur and Delhi temples and actually learned some of their ideas in book distribution. I have brought PPTs and posters as well.
Is sound coming?
How can I share it with other team members in our temple?
It's there.
Yes.
You can give it to me. I will show it to our team members.
Prabhu, do you actually think we can implement some of these ideas in our temple?
So, you feel that our team is not good enough? We have enough ideas. And you should learn how to cooperate rather than to rebel.
You want to connect this?
You know what Srila Prabhupada told? Srila Prabhupada told?
Alright. I'll connect it. Sorry, I will connect to this one. And I can change it to this thing, Prabhu. Huh? Here you can increase the volume. Here it's very less. Okay. Yes, so now it will come now. Yeah, now it will come now.
तो वो भी एक बॉक्स पैक करो.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I am feeling so fortunate to be part of this wonderful book distribution team. Recently, I had been to Mayapur and Delhi temples and actually learned some of their ideas in book distribution. I have put PPTs and posters as well.
Okay.
How can I share it with other team members in our temple?
It's there.
Yes.
You can give it to me. I will show it to our team members.
Prabhu, do you actually think we can implement some of these ideas in our temple?
So, you feel that our team is not good enough? We have enough ideas. And you should learn how to cooperate rather than to rebel. And you know what Srila Prabhupada told? Srila Prabhupada told, my intelligence and your cooperation. Not vice versa.
Yes, Prabhu. I am here to serve you. But at the same time, I thought implementing some of these ideas from other temples could actually boost up our sales.
See, don't be over enthusiastic. We have enough ideas. And you know also what Prabhupada told? Prabhupada told, we are not beggars, we are givers. And you know, what is the score from last 12 years in our temple?
Yes, Prabhu. I have heard that in the last 6 years, our scores have actually doubled than the previous 6 years.
Yes. And you know, when I joined this service, exactly 6 years back.
But isn't it true that the number of devotees in the book distribution department were also doubled 6 years back?
Hey, these are some silly things. You don't have to need to bother about those small details. What those guys, lazy guys will do, it's my hard work, my planning which has gone and we have bring out such a big scores.
It's Krishna's and Guru's mercy that you have been able to do such a wonderful thing, Prabhu.
Oh, that's all right, but you know, you should be intelligent enough to see my intelligence beside Guru's and Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, you will feel the success is just falling from the sky.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
This is counselor.
Hare Krishna.
He's going to be counselor now.
Oh, Balram Prabhu, it's so nice to meet you. Please come. Please, I'm hearing success after success of your book distribution department. Please sit.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I feel so happy to meet you because you are recognizing and appreciating my service.
Balram Prabhu, you are an asset to our society.
Thank you.
Is everything alright with you?
Vasudev Prabhu, I am wondering, I am not getting full cooperation from my team, even though I have tried to inspire them a lot.
Are they feeling inspired by you?
I have told them enough of my glories, but still I don't feel them giving me full cooperation.
As temple president, if I say that the success of our temple for the past 6 years is only due to my efforts, how would you feel?
Of course, Vasudev Prabhu, you are our inspiration. But I feel, behind every department's success, the people who are involved in that department, they also do a lot of hard work to bring that success. So if you don't recognize my efforts to bring that success, I feel bad.
Exactly, Balram. So how do you think if a department head constantly gives credit for the success to himself, how do you think his subordinates would feel about it?
They will feel bad, unrecognized, unappreciated.
So, Balram Prabhu, do you give appreciation to your team members?
Vasudev Puri, isn't it too formal to appreciate? Everyone has to play his part and be happy.
Just like you felt so happy when I appreciated you, right? Similarly, when you appreciate your team members, they will feel so happy.
But why did senior devotees need appreciation? They are grown up.
Actually, all of us need appreciation, recognition and encouragement.
But Vasudev Puri, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that it is a Shukrera Vishta.
Yes, Prabhu. But we should not think about taking credit for ourselves. We should be very liberal in giving credit to others. In fact, that will make them humble.
Would it make them complacent and proud?
No, Prabhu. On the contrary, it will make them very humble and they will feel like doing more and more for Krishna. Just think about this. When you came and I appreciated you, how did you actually feel in your heart?
I felt very nice because you respected me and gave me credit.
That's the point, Prabhu. If we give respect, recognition and credit to others, there will be a Vrindavan mood in a temple.
Hari Bol! Thank you, Vasudev Prabhu. I will apply this technique with my team.
I think something in YouTube videos, other things are coming now. So, actually I have many skits, but one very good skit I want to show you, but that's in Hindi language, otherwise I would have shown you. Huh?
It's fine.
You know Hindi?
Most people.
They know Hindi? Acha. Okay. Okay. Can I show it? Yeah? No, the sound is coming. Acha, you want to put in this one? How to send that?
It's all right, I can.
It's unlisted, it is. It's not, I can show it? It'll come. You can show that? There? Okay, it's in Hindi.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. हाँ, बोलो ना।
देखिए प्रभु, मेरी सहेली जो है ना गीता, वो और उनका पूरा परिवार, वो जा रहे हैं टेम्पल सेंट्रो कार में और हम जा रहे हैं कटारा स्कूटर में।
हरे बोल, देखो उनके तो 2 बच्चे हैं, बड़ा परिवार है, कार तो चाहिए ही चाहिए, हम तो 2 ही हैं, फ्यूचर में देखेंगे।
ठीक है, वो गीता को छोड़ और वो शीला को देख, वो रहते हैं एक बड़ा सा इंडिपेंडेंट बंगलो में, कितना फ्रीडम होगा ना, और हम रह रहे हैं ये छोटी सी 2 BHK में, कितना कंजेस्टेड है, और हम सोच भी रहे हैं कि हमारे घर में DT इंस्टॉलेशन हो, तो भगवान कैसे आएंगे ऐसे कंजेस्टेड घर में, समझ रहे हैं ना आप?
हाँ सही है, हम भी ले लेंगे बड़ा घर, कृष्ण सेवा में बड़ा घर बहुत ही अच्छा है, तुम्हारा जो इच्छा है ना परफेक्ट है, तो ले लेते हैं बड़ा घर, थोड़ा लक्ष्मी देवी का कृपा तो होने दो, ले लेंगे बड़ा घर यार, ले लेंगे।
ठीक है, बंगलों को छोड़ेंगे, कम से कम ऑल्टर को देखो। हमारे घर में जो ऑल्टर है ना, वो लकड़ी का है, और वो भी 2x2 फीट का। और वो बिमला के घर में देख, उसका ऑल्टर तो 4x6 फीट का है, और वो भी मार्बल का। और उनके घर में ऑल्टर के लिए एक सेपरेट रूम है, और उनके घर में एक अलग सा गेस्ट रूम भी है। हमारे घर में तो कुछ भी नहीं है।
हाँ सही है, उनका बड़ा घर, बड़ा ऑल्टर, अपना छोटा घर, छोटा ऑल्टर।
ठीक है बाबा, तो मार्बल का क्या?
देखो, भगवान तो भावग्राही होते हैं, तुम्हारे भक्ति के भाव से वो खुश हो जाएंगे ना। कृष्णा तो भक्ति के भाव से प्रसन्न होते हैं। लकड़ी का ऑल्टर या मार्बल का ऑल्टर, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? फिर भी तुम कह रही हो तो ले लेते हैं एक मार्बल का ऑल्टर। अगले महीने आएगा अपना ये दिवाली का बोनस, तो आने दो, तो ले लेते हैं एक मार्बल का ऑल्टर, ठीक ना? खुश? फिर भी एक बात है, अगर हम अपनी तुलना दूसरों के साथ करेंगे या अमीरों के साथ करेंगे तो निराश तो जरूर होंगे।
आप सही कह रहे हो।
So these devotees are living in Hyderabad. So I am getting some other skits done like this from different people. You understood now? So now let us enter into the PowerPoint. It will go very easy. Is it coming there? Yeah, okay. See, I am covering 2 or 3 themes I am covering. The first one, what blocks us from celebrating others' success? So, see, this fellow is showing his gold cup. See the other fellow, how he is. Is he appreciative? His jaws have dropped. Seeing his friend, you look at his face, you can make out. So, when our equal friends succeed in book distribution, they do better than us, how do we feel? And do we feel delighted? Do we say Jai Jai? Or we feel morose? So, why here a few points are mentioned here. Feeling no joy at others' progress in Krishna consciousness. So, wishing another devotee to face some failures or struggles so others may think I am better. See that fellow, they are trying to bring him down by hitting it. Correct, no? And feeling insecure and threatened by their achievements. See, this fellow is telling about what all he has done, great things, and this fellow is like shocked. He's not able to take it. Yeah. So, we may not say anything, but the face is the index of the mind, as we say, no? This is crab mentality. Some people not only feel bad, they also do bad. Like, look at these crabs. You can keep crabs in an open bucket because they will never let others come out. So, if I can't have it, neither can you have it. That is their mentality. An unhealthy comparison of ourselves with others, that causes a competition. It cancels devotees' energies. So, when devotees, actually, if Pandavas are fighting against Kauravas, then Pandavas should have unity amongst themselves. You agree? Correct, no? Like if you see the Kauravas party, Bhishma did not like Karna's mentality. Karna did not like Shalya's mentality. They all had internal tussles. A group with internal tussles is a weak group. When people, then they cancel each other's energy. Instead of hitting arrow like that, you hit arrow like this only. Within the same army only. Is it not true? Imagine we have a boat race. So the 10 people, 5 are doing like this, 5 are doing like this. Then the boat cannot go ahead. Correct, no? So we have to dissolve the pockets of competition within a group. Because if we are going to allow unhealthy competition between people cancelling each other's energy, I'll just show you one small, quick 1-minute video I'll show you. Can say this. See, these two deers are fighting. Whole ground, this deer wants to have it for himself. How did you come to my ground? He's asking.
They don't get it.
Just wait, just wait. Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait.
God.
Wait. Ah, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
What was the lion? You saw that?
It's over.
Lion captured.
My God. Yeah.
So, the two deers were fighting.
Oh, Linela, what day? That's so cool. It's over. Yeah.
Oh, God.
You see, it's over.
So, what do you understand from this video? If you see just now what we saw. See, if people of the same organization are fighting, another organization will come and take and go. And there are many organizations which are not awarding Shuddha Bhakti. They are awarding many substandard philosophies. So if you want them to, like for example, you sow the seeds, somebody else will be reaping the fruits. But if you really want Prabhupada's mission to be propagated, there has to be internal cohesion and internal cooperation. But these two deers were foolish because how many of you observed some deers ran away? How many of you observed? You saw that? Yeah. We should be in those deers. If you find devotees are unhealthy competition they are doing, they are envious, you don't stay in that place. You don't join that competition. Ground is so big, but they wanted to drive away the other deer. One lesson we should learn, you have heard the saying, birds of the same feather? Like parrots fly together, You will see that similarly, geese, they fly together. Similarly, animals also, like in India, you will see many dogs. Prabhupada says, they quarrel sometimes, but they never leave their group. Again, they will come back to the same group only. Dogs, you have seen that? They will bark like anything, fight like anything. Finally, they will come and stay with them only. Similarly, humans live with humans. You will find that. So, in the same manner, you will see that amongst devotees, there may be sometimes some small differences which are called circumstantial problems. Some devotee became little upset. But then we don't have to have a sworn enmity with the devotee, lifelong enmity. Circumstantial problem means it should be forgotten. You forgive and forget and go on with the relationship because devotees are rare in this world. So, see these two kids. Do you think they are getting the biscuit? They are not going to get it. If they go on, they will spend a lot of time, they won't get it. Isn't it? Yeah. See, Prabhupada is saying, I'm very glad to see that you have out-collected the Sri Sri Radha Damodar party. This is good competition. So now is Tamal Krishna defeated by you. So 1 month you defeat him and another month he can defeat you. And in this way Radha Damodar service will be increased by transcendental competition. This is very nice. That means Prabhupada is not saying competition is bad. He is saying competition can be healthy. If it is healthy, it is wanted. If it is unhealthy, it is not wanted. I am going to show you one special slide now. See, here was a competition in Mayapur. It was held in the top. I am showing one picture, right? So they announced in the competition that we want two people, teams. So they got about 20 teams. And they said you have to have this, what do you call this competition? Arm wrestling. You have to have arm wrestling on the table. Whichever team undergoes maximum number of rounds, that team will get the Mayapur cake, they said. So they gave many tables, all the devotees were sitting, and everybody exerted their full strength, because arm wrestling is supposed to wrestle. And some of the teams could have 2 rounds or 3 rounds. So one team, what they did, both of them had a good understanding. They just caught the hand, they never exerted any pressure. They did like this, like this. They did almost 20 times, and they got the cake. You understood the competition? Because they clearly heard it. No more number of rounds should be done. Not that you show your Shakti pressure. Other teams did not hear the condition well. So they didn't get the cake. Because everybody thinks that I want to show my strength. Correct, no? But they did that very smartly. So they got the cake. Similarly, here you see a man is taking 2 dogs in his 2 hands with a leash. But the problem is, one dog is fond of bread, another dog is fond of biscuits. See, both dogs are going in 2 directions, you see. They're jumping. So sometimes such situation can happen. 2 devotees have 2 different interests. And there is a competition. So what can you do? Here you can see this. See, initially 2 dogs are tied here to the common rope. He wants this. And then they get an idea. What is the idea? They both go here and he picks up the bread. And they both go here and pick up the biscuit. And then come in the middle and sit and peacefully eat. This requires some amount of flexibility. You agree? Yeah. There is one example I heard. One Mataji, she was planning to take her husband and children to Mayapur for yatra. She wanted to tell the husband in the night along with dinner. She was the only devotee in the family. Others were not devotees, and they were not against, but they were not chanting or anything. So night when the dinner started, the husband immediately presented that we want to go for a European tour, he was telling, in the summer vacation. So she just kept mum. She didn't say anything. She understood that the husband has already made up his mind. I will not oppose it. She didn't oppose. And she also went for the European tour just for the pleasure of the husband and the children. So then later on, in another vacation, she presented her idea, and the husband agreed to come to Mayapur, and he went to Mayapur and started chanting 4 rounds after that. So imagine if she told her husband that, okay, you guys go to European tour, I am going to Mayapur. It will not be a very nice family. It won't be a happy family. So sometimes it happens like that in our competition. Even though somebody else may have another idea, we are willing to bend a little bit. We can save the relationship. Otherwise, we may get our thing done, but if the relationship is weak, and that's a bigger loss. So, therefore, here you see all the devotees are complimenting the devotee by putting the devotee up in the air. You can see non-devotees also how much they appreciate. You can see sending out the balloons and everything. So the appreciation is a very healthy attitude, complimenting. See, the difference between competing and complimenting is shown here, you see. Competing means scarcity mindset. You agree those 2 deers had scarcity mindset? Such a big ground, they were not ready to allow the other one to live. Just like Duryodhana also, Yudhishthira Maharaj told him, let us divide the world into half. You rule half and we will rule half. He didn't agree. Even 5 villages they were ready to settle with. He was not ready. He was not ready to give even tip of a needle land. You can see that. So very scarcity mindset he had. But Yudhishthira Maharaj had abundance mindset. Competing means me first. Complimenting means team first. What is the difference between the two? Sometimes in a game a person is not out, but is not bringing any score to the team. He only wants to get the credit that I have been not out all through. He didn't bring any. So the team fellows are all wild on him. You didn't bring any score to the team. You just want to have the glory of being not out in a match. So therefore, these are people who are thinking about themselves only. So, see, these people think win-lose. I win and you lose. I survive, you die. Like that. Whereas complimenting means thinking win-win. So I will show you some examples which will come in the later slide. It will be more easy. See, Prabhupada is saying, one thing is too much competition between centers is not good, Prabhupada is saying. The emphasis should be on cooperation, not competition. I do not think it is necessary to have 2 presses. We should not misuse time and money. Better to convince Mohanananda to increase his press work and supply you with all materials, and in return supply him with something, that is mutual cooperation. And if you divert your attention to a lot of business, then spiritual advancement will be hampered, like the Prabhupada is saying. Because in the same city they were planning to have 2 printing presses and 2 BBTs. Prabhupada said, not required. Instead of you competing with him, you take it from him. Books you take from him, he said. So, see, healthy competition takes place when you remain friends even while competing. Of course, these pictures are all showing you people who are uplifting others. You can see that. We should be in this mode even while dealing with different devotees who are doing similar service. Like for example, in preaching, I always tell the counselors in Pune and Hyderabad and all that, in a month, if you have 4 classes you are giving, 1 class you call your friend. Other 3 classes you may give. And then in that 1 class you can share the dais with your friend and both of you can speak, and that is very inspiring to the younger ones. Like that. And also you also get to hear from your equal friends how they are speaking. That way our envy can be dissolved. If you're feeling envious of somebody, you call them and you make them speak, you give your seat to them. And you sit down and hear from them, envy will be dissolved. When some people heard, they were shocked. How can I do that? Already I am having problem. My problem will become more. No, it won't become more. You try it. Actually, therefore what we should do, if I feel problem with some devotee, I should first of all hear from those people who glorify the devotee. What all glories you want to say about the devotee, please tell me. And they will tell you so much glories. Our mind will change by that. Our prejudiced thought process will be dissolved. So one is hear the glories of the devotee, see their contribution to Prabhupada's mission, and see what they have done for you personally. Think of these things. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in one place. Then your respect and appreciation for them will increase. Yeah. Healthy competition actually brings the best in us and makes a stronger bond. Yeah, when we help another devotee. See, if somebody is younger to you, we should not ridicule them. Rather, we should help them. Like, look at this father is helping a child drive the cycle. Or this father is teaching a child how to make a preparation or something. So when parents see the children with compassion and love, is it not true? Same way we have to see the devotees also. If somebody is young devotee, we should see them with eye of compassion and not ridicule. Hey, you don't know this small thing? One shouldn't ask them like that. Like I remember one lady was wearing sari for the first time when she came to temple. So she went to another senior lady and said, I'm wearing sari for the first time. How do I look like in this? She said, that's all right, but you don't have a tilak on your forehead. You look like a ghost. Something like that. That's all. She was like shattered to pieces. Even 20 years she couldn't forget this. I look like a ghost. She went and looked in the mirror. I don't look like a ghost. Isn't it? So, younger ones are not meant to be mistreated just because they are younger or just because they are budding or growing. So, they have to be encouraged. Also, sometimes what happens when the younger ones are producing big results, sometimes the bigger ones may say that, hey, this is utsahamai. Don't be too over-enthusiastic. Be level-headed, Just study Prabhupada's books nicely. Don't be like a firefly. You should continue your spiritual life for a long time, like that they speak. I have one more drama on that. When I have written drama, I can show you that. That also, if you see that, you will appreciate that. So, okay, there are book distributors. This is actually a book distribution team, which, if we show in Hindi, it's all right? Is it a little difficult for you, or it's all right? It's all right? Okay. Then it is very easy for me. I have Hindi ready. So, correct, I got it. This is unhealthy, this is healthy comments. Okay, I will show you first unhealthy, and then I will show you healthy. Why? Is the connection proper? Connection is proper, yeah. Why?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Right here? हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। आपको पता है
हमने अपनी कॉलोनी में श्रीला प्रभुपाद पुस्तक वितरण के दौरान 2000 किताबें बांटी।
मुझे लगता है कि हमको अपने भौतिक कर्तव्य और कृष्णा भावना अमृत में संतुलित होना चाहिए, नहीं तो हम बड़ी बड़ी किताबें वितरण करेंगे और अपने परिवार के सदस्यों को दुख में रखेंगे।
नहीं प्रभु, वह विवाहित प्रभु जी और माताओं का संयुक्त प्रयास था। सभी बच्चों की देखभाल वानप्रस्थ परिवारों द्वारा की जाती थी। वितरण के लिए प्रसाद हमारे संगठन के अविवाहित माताओं द्वारा अपने घरों पर पकाया जाता था। इस तरह सभी ने श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी की प्रसन्नता के लिए प्रभुपाद पुस्तक वितरण में भाग लिया। यह सब कृष्णा की कृपा से पूर्ण हुआ प्रभु जी।
हमने भी 250 पुस्तकें वितरित की हैं, लेकिन बांटने के लिए जब भी घर से बाहर निकले पहले हमने प्रभुपाद जी की किताबों को पढ़ा है। प्रभुपाद कहते हैं किताबें बांटने से लोग आएंगे, लेकिन किताबें पढ़कर लोग रहेंगे। बड़ी संख्या में बांटने और बस आने जाने की संख्या बढ़ाने से क्या फायदा। हम साधना पठन के माध्यम से आध्यात्मिक शक्ति में विश्वास करते हैं, ना कि केवल बड़ी बड़ी संख्या में वितरित पुस्तकों का प्रदर्शन करके।
प्रभु, हमारे काउंसलर ने हमें बताया था कि जब तक हम प्रति सप्ताह श्रीला प्रभुपाद की किताबें पढ़ने के 5 घंटे पूर्ण नहीं कर लेते, हमें इसके लिए बाहर जाने की अनुमति नहीं दी गई थी। इसलिए हम सभी ने संध्या को ग्रुप बनाया, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकों को 40 मिनट अध्ययन और पुस्तक वितरण के लिए निकल पड़े।
वह सब ठीक है, हम जो कुछ भी करते हैं वह अंततः कृष्णा द्वारा किया जाता है। हमें गर्व नहीं करना चाहिए। कृष्णा को अपने भक्तों के हृदय में अभिमान कतई पसंद नहीं है। बड़े बड़े वितरक माया के शिकार हो गए। मुझे लगता है कि आप सभी के लिए एक विनम्र भूमिका निभाना और कृष्णा भावना अमृत में थोड़ा धीमा चलना बेहतर रहेगा। अन्यथा हम बड़ी बड़ी संख्या का भोंपू फूंकते रहेंगे और केवल कुछ महीनों में कृष्णा भावना अमृत का अभ्यास करने के बाद गुमनामी के अंधेरे में गायब हो जाएंगे।
आपके परामर्श के लिए धन्यवाद प्रभु जी। हमने आपको प्रसन्न करने की आशा से पुस्तक वितरण की संख्या की सूचना दी आपको। आपने जो कुछ भी कहा है उसके बारे में हम निश्चित रूप से चिंतन करेंगे।
पहले नजरिए पर काम करें, केवल संख्याएं आपको महान नहीं बनाती।
हरे कृष्ण हरे।
You understood, na? You understood, na? So, if you see this, what you understood from that? You will see that basically the essence of the drama is what? One group distributed 2000 books. So he is coming just to express his joy. Somebody is coming and expressing joy. We should not think that they are coming to tease us or something. So the other fellow took it badly. He said, probably you guys are not reading Prabhupada books. And he said, we are reading and only going. He said, probably you are not taking care of your family members. He said, we are taking care of family members also. Everything he said was out. He couldn't defeat. And finally he said, okay, whatever you have done, it's all done by Krishna, he said, which is not proper to say. Although it is true, ultimately Lord is the doer and we are all instruments, we also should give credit to the devotees who are becoming instruments in Lord's hands. So now you will see the good side of the drama. I will show you now. I mean, the same drama is going to another boy. Instead of going to this fellow, he will go to... Now he will go and tell another boy. Same drama.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। हाँ, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, बैठिए। आपको पता है, हमने अपनी कॉलोनी में श्रीला प्रभुपाद पुस्तक वितरण के दौरान 2000 किताबें बांटी। हरि बोल। आप सभी इतने कुशलता से भौतिक कर्तव्यों और कृष्ण भावनामृत को कैसे संतुलित करते हैं, हम आपसे सीखना चाहते हैं। अगली बार जब आप पुस्तक वितरण के लिए बाहर जाएं, तो कृपया मुझे भी ले जाएं, ताकि मैं भी आप जैसे पुस्तक वितरण कर सकूं। नहीं प्रभु, वह विवाहित प्रभु जी और माताओं का संयुक्त प्रयास था। सभी बच्चों की देखभाल वानप्रस्थ परिवारों द्वारा की जाती थी। वितरण के लिए प्रसाद हमारे संगठन के
अविवाहित माताओं द्वारा अपने घरों पर पकाया जाता था। इस तरह सभी ने श्रीला प्रभुपाद जी की प्रसन्नता के लिए प्रभुपाद पुस्तक वितरण में भाग लिया। यह सब कृष्णा की कृपा से पूर्ण हुआ प्रभु जी। वो एक शक्तिशाली टीम स्पिरिट था। कृष्ण और प्रभुपाद ने आप सभी को जरूर आशीर्वाद दिया। मैं आपसे सीखना चाहता हूँ कि आप प्रभुपाद की किताबें पढ़ने और उन्हें एक साथ वितरण करने के बीच कैसे संतुलित करते हैं। आपके चेहरे इतने उज्जवल है जैसे आप सब वैकुंठ से आए हो। काश मैं भी आपके जैसे संतुलन सीख पाता। प्रभु, हमारे काउंसलर ने हमें बताया था कि जब तक हम प्रति सप्ताह श्रीला प्रभुपाद की किताबें पढ़ने के 5 घंटे पूर्ण नहीं कर लेते, हमें इसके लिए बाहर जाने की अनुमति नहीं दी गई थी। इसलिए हम सभी ने संध्या को ग्रुप बनाया, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की पुस्तकों को 40 मिनट अध्ययन और पुस्तक वितरण के लिए निकल पड़े। यह एक बहुत महान योजना है। इतने अच्छे नियम और इतने अच्छे आदतें बनाने रखने के लिए आपको निश्चित रूप से ईमानदार होना चाहिए। कृपया मुझे आशीर्वाद दीजिए ताकि हमारे टीम भी आपके जैसे आदतें सीख सके। आप जैसे महान पुस्तक वितरक से मिलके मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। प्रभु जी, हम जो कुछ भी करते हैं वह सब अंततः कृष्णा द्वारा किया जाता है। कृपया हमें आशीर्वाद दें कि हमें अपनी उपलब्धियों पर कभी गर्व ना हो। प्रभु, हमने आपको प्रसन्न करने की आशा से पुस्तक वितरण की संख्या की सूचना दी। आप स्पष्ट रूप से हमें आपके जैसे विनम्र वैष्णव भाव को विकसित करने के लिए एक लंबा रास्ता तय करना है। नहीं, ये तो आपकी विनम्रता है जिसके कारण आप भगवान श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु के कृपा को प्रभुपाद की पुस्तक वितरण के द्वारा जनता तक पहुंचाए हो। आप मेरे आदर्श हो प्रभु जी। हरि बोल।
Yeah. So you saw, na? So you saw how non-envious he is, you saw? See, one time my spiritual master in Bombay temple was sitting and one of his god brother had come. He profusely glorified him in 10 minutes or so. And that god brother was telling, he was in tears, he said, Maharaj, I am completely embarrassed by your glorification. Like that he said. Maharaj said, this is the success of my glorification. Then, he was telling. So, my spiritual master always used to say, you should defeat the Vaishnavas with love. Your affection and appreciation and compassion should flow out of your system in such a manner that they should be in tears actually. Tears means not the tears that you have offended them. These are actually tears of joy. So, he used to say that, and he himself is a very great glorifier of many devotees. He would do that. So, you saw, that's what I observed in this drama. This fellow was completely non-envious. So when these people came and told the 2000 books we had distributed, he praised them, saying that, what a wonderful, marvelous job you did, and you have such a team spirit of all grihasthas working together like MSF you all do, like that. And then he said, please teach me also, I want to learn from you how we should do. When you are going next time, please take me also, I want to learn from you. Completely innocent actually. This is how we are supposed to be. This is a very ideal behavior if somebody performs better than us. Another important thing is, see, in the Prabhupada, one purport, Prabhupada says, Purva Janma Arjita Punyam Agre Davati Davati. He says that each person is individually empowered based on the previous account also. Like sometimes I have experience, I brought somebody to Krishna consciousness, and later, within a year or two, they started progressing much ahead of me, I have seen. Because, likely that they must have done 80-90% in the previous life, I must have done 30-40%. So we should not think that because I brought somebody to Krishna consciousness, their level of advancement should be always below me. No, we should not think like that. Correct, no? Sometimes you may be senior in number of years. Radha Gopinath Prabhu used to joke in Bombay. Senior means seen years. Used to say like that. We might have seen many years in the movement, but we might not have done the necessary, devotional activities to make equivalent amount of proportionate advancement in those years. So if somebody is younger to you, people come and say, Prabhu, you brought him, now he is doing this, he is doing that, such wonderful. Your father should never become envious of the son. Your senior should never feel envy for a junior, because juniors are like children. If they are doing wonderful things even better than us, we should actually appreciate them. So rather than criticize them. If a father feels envy for the son, then he is like Hiranyakashipu. Correct, no? He only felt envy for the son. On the other hand, great fathers Like, Uttanapad never felt envy for Dhruva. Actually, Uttanapad was attached to his wife Suruchi. After hearing about Dhruva's advancement in the forest, Narada spoke to him. Uttanapad developed detachment. You know that? After putting his son on the throne, he left for the forest actually. He developed detachment. That means he learned from his son. So, therefore, even if a younger one performs better, we should be honest and appreciative. And we should, that's the point we learned. See, it's a very good team, you see. See, the first fellow is giving vision. The second fellow, based on that vision, is giving direction. The third fellow is making announcement. Fourth fellow is doing communication. And fifth fellow is doing coordination, you see. Everybody, all are working together. And all are in the same direction or different direction. That's how a team is supposed to be. Yeah, it creates stronger bond. Now let us talk about something in the competition spiritual life. For example, this is Krishna going to the forest in Aghasur Leela. If you see, there is one verse which says, one day when Krishna was walking like this with his covered boyfriends, one boy is telling his another friend, Yadi duram gate Krishne vanashyoba ikshana yatam aham purvam iti isam sprishyare mere. That's a verse in the Bhagavatam 10th canto. This boy is telling that, see, Krishna has gone to see Vanashobha, beauty of the forest, far away. He's standing far away. I will run and I will touch Krishna first, like that one boy is saying. Other boy is showing like this, I will touch Krishna first. And saying like this, they both are running. And as they run and go and touch Krishna, while running, they are smiling at one another. They are not gritting their teeth. Like that, isn't it? While running. Not only that, both the covered boys were trying to run faster than the other boy to inspire him to run better than him. I want to run faster than you so that you will run faster than me. And you will run faster than me to inspire me to run faster than you. The whole idea is to inspire one another, not hurt one another. And then how do you know that they were inspiring one another and they were smiling at each other? How do you know that? As soon as one of those boys went and touched Krishna, Krishna embraced him. The other boy said, Jai, he said. What he said? Jai. What is the meaning of that? All glories to you, my friend. Then Krishna embraced the Jai telling boy also. So, in spiritual world, there can be many bests. In fact, spiritual world begins with superlative only. It's not that good, better, best. There is best and more best and even more best. So, in spiritual world, nobody feels envy for one another. In this way, this is a very important pastime, because when we know how the devotees in spiritual world behave with each other, when competing also they have smile at each other, and they inspire one another to do better. And also, they like Mahaprakash Leela, if you read, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was giving mercy to so many people. Sridhar Kolavecha was giving mercy to Haridas Thakur, many others also. Everybody said Jai, Jai. Not only they are saying Jai with the mouth, they also felt Jai in their hearts also. Like that. On the other hand, the material world competition is much different. I'll just show you. Sound is not coming, no? Aha. Game over now. See, in this competition which you saw just now, I made 4 or 5 observations when I saw this. Firstly, I observed that, both of them were racing so fast that one on his own got toppled to the side. Did you observe that? Too much of excessive speed. Then you saw after some time one of them was kicking the other. Did you see that? Then after some time you saw he was going in a zigzag way so that the other fellow cannot get ahead of him. Did you see that? I was doing. So, and later on both of them were actually rolling over one another. At the end you saw that. So it is nasty competition it is. So the material world people actually burn in their heart when they compete with one another. Whereas now here I showed you about the covered boys. Now there is another explanation in another canto, 8th canto. There is another verse I'll tell you. This is the Mohini Murti episode. There, Dhanvantari brought the Amrit Kalash. At that time, the demon snatched away the pot of nectar from his hands. That time the leader who was snatched away was a very fat and very strong demon leader. He snatched away. So other demons were also running along with him to take it from his hand. They couldn't take it because he was a very mighty fellow. But some weak demons told him, hey, give us 1 spoonful of Amrit we will take and then we'll give you back. And that fellow said, what am I saying? I'm saying the same thing. First I will take little and I'll give you. Everybody said, I will take and give you. So there is one verse which says that, Mitak kalirabhuttesham tadarte tarshachetasam aham purvam natvam iti prabho, they are saying. Not you, I will take first. But see, both this Gopa boys also saying aham purvam. And the demons are also saying aham purvam. But there's a gulf of difference between the two. It's a earth and sky difference. You will see that the demons actually wanted to ensure that we will cheat the demigods and we will drink away all the Amrit. That was their idea. And not only that, then they started fighting within their group also. Those who fight with another group, later on they will fight within their group also. They will have ego tussles with other people like that. In this way, the bigger demons and smaller demons had competition. And bigger demons amongst themselves had competition. Finally, our Lord Vishnu came as Mohini Murti and took away the pot of Amrit and divided it amongst only Devatas. They completely lost it because of the competition. So, because Lord did not like that competition, they have envious competition. Actually, Lord is very pleased with cooperative attitude amongst devotees. You all know, you'll be amazed by that one verse in Pracheta section. When Lord Vishnu came, Prachetas had done 10,000 years of austerities under the water. When Lord Vishnu came in the Ashtabhuja Rupam, Lord Vishnu came and gave darshan. So they all came out of the water. So Vishnu smiled at them and spoke one famous verse. Varam vrinidvam bhadramvo yuyam me nrupanandanaha sauhardena pratak dharmas tushtoham sauhrdena vaha. Oh Prachetas, I am so pleased with you for your friendly attitude with each other. You are all such wonderful devotees. You never quarreled with each other. You never was envious of one another. You lovingly, together, cooperatively, you served. I am very pleased with you, Lord said. But when I read that verse, I was taken by surprise because there is not one verse in that section which mentions about their austerity. Lord Vishnu did not speak anything about their. I was thinking, if I went to meet the Prachetas, the first thing I must appreciate is, alright, you guys were 10,000 years under water. How many of you feel you must have appreciated? Honestly, tell me. Correct, no? But Lord Vishnu never said a word about it. But instead, he appreciated them for their cooperatively working with other devotees. What does that imply? That means working cooperatively with devotees is more difficult than 10,000 years underwater. Correct, no? Isn't it? So, because we always have some differences with other devotees. I said this, he said that, she said that, they don't understand, I don't understand. We always have differences. So if we can learn to work with devotees, that is the biggest achievement in life. So Srila Prabhupada gave an example for this. He said, those devotees who are coming into the movement, he said they are like the diamond, they are like diamond, Prabhupada said. Everybody thought, oh, Prabhupada is calling us diamond. But Prabhupada said, you are a raw diamond, not a polished diamond. Raw diamond is blackish and it is taken from the mountain. And Prabhupada said, it's like you put all the raw diamonds inside a box and you put the plug, they make a sound, they all upbraid each other like this. And after several hours of upbraiding, when you open it, they are all shining, glittering. You will see that. Huh? So Prabhupada said, when you come into ISKCON, you are like the unpolished, quartz diamond, blackish diamond like that. But when you come and interact with each other, we all polish each other by lot of sparks of fire come. Huh? But don't run away from the Sangha of devotees, because if you stay, you will get polished. Finally, at the end of the life, you will be a pure devotee, shining. How did I become pure devotee? Because I lived with devotees. They polished me. Huh? So that is how we all get polished with living with devotees. Our Narada says, Na tapai rabi bhuyate. He says, you will never have interpersonal clash amongst devotees if you do three things, he says. How many of you want to have a sweet interpersonal relation with all devotees? So three things Narada told Dhruva. You all will repeat after me. Gunadikan mudam lipset. Anukrosham gunadhamat. Maitrim samanadan vichen. Na tapair abhibhuyate. He's saying guna adikan. If somebody is having better qualities than you, they are senior to you or whatever. Mudam lipset, you should have great pleasure in receiving them smilingly. Welcome them and take association from them, he says. Then anukrosham guna adamat. Somebody is inferior to you, show compassion to them, he says. And somebody is equal to you, don't brag about yourself, but share with them, listen to them, appreciate them, like that you do. So he says, then you will never have any clash with anybody, he says. And what we should not do, if somebody is senior to you, greater than you, better than you, don't be envious of them, he says. And those who are inferior to you, don't ridicule them, don't mock at them, don't belittle them, don't be condescending. And those who are equal to you, many times we have problem with equal only, because with equal people, if they are getting better than us, we feel envy for them. Rather, you should be willing to listen to them. So my spiritual master once said, you should even think of your equal like your senior. If you see with that type of respect, then we will be able to take association from them and benefit from them. So in this way, see here is healthy competition means like, helping others. Unhealthy competition is to push them out away. So last part I am going to cover in 5 minutes. It's called Vaikuntha thinking. If you go to Veda base and just put this Vaikuntha thinking, you will get one verse. This is the verse you will get. In that verse, this is such an extraordinary statements are made by Prabhupada in that purport. You all can repeat after me. Everyone should be friendly for the service of the Lord. Everyone should praise another's service to the Lord. And not be proud of his own service. This is the way of Vaishnava thinking. Vaikuntha thinking. There may be rivalries and apparent competition between servants in performing service. But in the Vaikuntha planets, the service of another servant is appreciated, not condemned. This is what I told. Sometimes Rukmini and Satyabhama appear to have some little competition, or Radharani, Chandravali appear to have some competition. See, Chandravali is also expansion of Radharani only, ultimately. One is leftist, one is rightist, and two groups are there. So there appears to be competition, but it's like, for example, imagine your spiritual master is traveling to different places. One group is distributing books nicely and he goes there. And another group is distributing more books, now he wants to go there. So one group may feel that, hey, next time we will beat that group so that he will come here. So there may be competition, but it's never condemned. You don't condemn those devotees. You appreciate them. There should be healthy mood should be there. Okay, this is Vaikuntha competition. There is no question of enmity between servants. Everyone should be allowed to render service to the Lord to the best of his ability. And everyone should appreciate the service of others. Such are the activities of Vaikuntha. Since everyone is a servant, everyone is on the same platform. and is allowed to serve the Lord according to his ability. So Prabhupada says there is no difference between Radharani's service and the service of a calf. Prabhupada writes in one letter. You'll be shocked, really? Radharani is the greatest servant of Krishna. How Prabhupada says is because both are absolute. There is no difference between Hanuman service and squirrel service. Both are absolute. It's a very, very special purport it is. See, all are servants. What kind of competition can be there among servants? There is no need of... Everybody is doing different services. We should appreciate. Krishna is more attracted to our service attitude and mood of gratitude than magnitude. So, if you have a seva bhav and gratitude, kritanyata, Lord is more appreciative. Therefore, he appreciated a squirrel also. That little tiny squirrel got a good name from Rama for doing a little service because he gave his full capacity. Lord Ram told Hanuman, see, this fellow is exerting his full capacity, and if you also exert your full capacity, I will be happy with you. If somebody has Hanuman capacity, you can't put a small stone. Then you have to do according to Hanuman capacity. You should do your best. Then Lord appreciates that. So how to rise above solutions? How to rise above competitive mentality? Encourage others, develop empathy. Put team success above personal success. See the two pictures different, no? Like for example, I am a basketball player, for example. Some basketball players, they want to take the ball themselves and run, and they go like this, go like that, and they only want to put it in the basket. Then because of that, what happens? On the midway, the rival party will snatch it and take it away. Instead, what we should do, I give the ball to him, and then he gives to him, he gives to him. Finally, there is one tall fellow, he will put it in the basket. And the team wins. Is it not true? Similarly, you will see somebody gives a one-time program in a college. After that, somebody else does a 6-session program. Somebody does a weekly program. Somebody comes and does the camp. At the year end of the camp, we will see the boys, many of the boys we have seen, they have come to 16 rounds because many devotees cooperatively worked. And finally, the boys handed over to Prabhupada's books, and Prabhupada will put them inside the basket, liberate them. Isn't it? In this way, then the team wins. So we want to be a winning team, not that we want individual credit. Therefore, the number is put above the name. You saw that on the other side. So we should consider myself as one of the team members, not that I am bigger than the team. Put team success above personal success. Compete with yourself, not with others. What is the meaning of this? Okay, last year I did 500 books. Now I would like to do 700 books. Then I will do 900 books. So you compete with yourself only, because everybody has different capacity. Or you can compare with others in a healthy way, not an unhealthy way. Everyone is unique creation of God. So like a squirrel, you can climb to the topmost portion of the tree. And a giraffe is very tall, but he can't climb. He has a limitation. So giraffe can very easily stand and eat leaves of a tree, but squirrel has to climb up. Everybody has some limitation, some strength. We are unique creation. That should be appreciated. I was telling in one lecture, look at the 5 fingers. This finger can give challenge. This finger is indicating finger, indicate anybody. This finger is the tallest finger. And this finger is a ring finger. You put the ring, isn't it? So I was telling this finger, everybody may think it's useless finger, it's the smallest finger, tiniest finger. It may have some inferiority complex. But I was telling that, you can use this finger sometimes to do like this. So it's not a useless finger. So in that lecture, one little girl was sitting, very tiny girl. Then she said, Prabhu, there is one more use of this finger, she said. I asked, what is it? She said, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill. And after that, I started using her example in my lectures. It's a little child. She was like second grade or something. So Krishna used the tiny finger to show that even a tiny finger is not useless. So therefore, small or big devotee, we should appreciate all devotees. Appreciating others' contribution means to recognize the variegatedness of the opulences of Krishna. Different. Krishna has multiple opulences. Every devotee manifests different opulence. Somebody is a good speaker, somebody is a good distributor, somebody is a good cook. I have another drama which I am yet to make video of. Quickly I will tell you what it is. So one day, Satyabhama Mataji, she called Rukmini Mataji and said, Mataji, how much time it takes for you to make a garland? Rukmini Mataji said, Mataji, I rarely make the garland, it takes me 4 to 5 hours. Satyabhama said, don't you know, I do it in 2 hours. Why didn't you learn to do it fast? She asked. Rukmini Mataji was very timid and soft-natured. She said, well, okay Mataji, I will learn from you, thank you. And this was observed by their counselor Mataji, when Radhika Mataji observed. She called Satyabhama Mataji and said, Mataji, you see, if you keep a competition between horse and a dog, running competition, who will come first? Horse. If you keep a barking competition between dog and horse, who will come first? Dog will come first, isn't it? Because it is called a situational leadership. You have speciality in some area where you are expert at, and you may not be expert at another thing. So she asked Satyabhama Mataji, how long will it take for you to cook the Rajabhog? She said, I hardly cook. I never done Mataji, she said. But do you know Rukmini Mataji is doing for last 10 years? And wow, the kind of bhoga she makes, everybody is appreciative. And then she said, she can cook bhoga well and you can make garland well. But you have unique talents and you cannot criticize another service. Then this lady woke up, she understood after that. So we have some small skits like this we put up in order to teach devotees, because these things do happen in communities. Because if you show a drama, people will laugh and enjoy and learn. Because in real life, solving is very painful actually, when it comes in real life. Yeah. See, it's a very famous verse which says, different birds fly different heights. So we should not compare the birds. Sparrow can fly to some height, crow can fly to some height, eagle can fly very high, swans can go from one pole to another pole also, some swans go. Similarly, in book distributors also there are different types of book distributors, different levels of book distributors. Similarly, speakers also. Sometimes a Vaishnava may not be very popular, they may be very insignificant, but Krishna is very pleased with their service also, even though they may not be very well known to the people of the world. So, for example, Srila Prabhupada told His Holiness Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, Prabhupada said he is a very great Sanskrit scholar and protector of devotional service. That Bhakti Thakur gave him the name Bhakti Rakshak. So Prabhupada said, I take inspiration from him. Prabhupada said, I consider him my senior god brother. And Prabhupada and him, they were very, very close. So, but Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj was very shy. Prabhupada called him in America when Prabhupada came. He called him, please come, I want to make you the president of ISKCON society. And you can preach very well, you are very deeply learned in Sanskrit and everything. He didn't come. He said, no, you do it, and I'm not very comfortable to come out of India. He wanted to be in Bangladesh. But then when Prabhupada succeeded, went back in 1972, when Prabhupada went with his two disciples, Achyutananda Prabhu and our Kirtanand Swami, both of them. So they went to the rooftop where Bhakti Rakshak Maharaj was sitting. It was a moonlit night. Along with his disciples, he was giving a talk. When Prabhupada went, immediately they both met each other, he embraced him. And these two boys who had gone, Achyutananda Prabhu and Kirtananda Swami, they both watched him. His eyes were glistening with affection. He embraced Prabhupada and said, Swami Maharaj, you have achieved a great success in preaching in the West. You have pleased our spiritual master so nicely. Our Guru Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Thakur, had always a desire to propagate Krishna consciousness in the Western world, and you have done it in such a big way, giving the opportunity to so many thousands of people. And then he saw those two people and asked him, who are these two fellows? And Prabhupada told their names and everything. And he encouraged them so much. He said, in India, people consider when white people come to India and teach, thousands of people come to hear. They have deep appreciation. So he said, you fellows will be very successful in India. And he deeply appreciated them. So immediately, Achyutananda Prabhu and they wrote a news and sent it to all these devotees that we witnessed a non-envious, sweet, loving relationship between two Vaishnavas, two great Vaishnavas in front of our eyes. So, and later on Prabhupada told the disciples that this Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj may not come out of India and he may not be preaching to a very big number of people, but he is a very exalted soul, very great pure devotee. And even I take inspiration from him, he said. So, therefore, one should know that different Vaishnavas are differently empowered. Nowadays in schools, if a child is having some handicap, they don't call the child as disabled. They're calling it as differently abled. How many of you know that? You've seen that? Yeah, they're called differently abled. So, because Krishna differently ables every person. Yeah. Everyone's talent is offered according to prarabdha karma. Different people can do different things. Yeah. Yeah, they have different talents. Admire and learn from those who are better than you. Feel compassion and help those who are inferior to you. This I told you already. Always know that the world is full of living entities, both better and inferior. We are never the best. Right consciousness in competition means to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And then there are many examples of devotees celebrating. Actually, Uddhava glorifying gopis despite being a very great soul, isn't it? Here, even Krishna is massaging the feet of Balaram, you can see that. Krishna himself is a great example for all of us to learn from. So I've given many examples, different examples towards the end. I told you Mahaprakash Leela. And Rupa Goswami, when he had to be empowered, Mahaprabhu called Swarup Damodar, Ramandara, Haridas Thakur, everybody to empower Rupa Goswami. So we can give many examples like this. Yeah, different scriptural examples are given here. Yeah. So, Kaviraj Goswami. You all know Kaviraj Goswami wrote CC, but there was already a Chaitanya Leela book available before. Whose book was that? Vrindavan Das Thakur. So he's very cautious. He's telling that the book of Vrindavan Das Thakur is so glorious. He said, you all should read it definitely. I also read it. He said, he appreciated him very much. He is Vyasadeva directly. And then he said, he has written more pastimes of Lord Chaitanya's childhood pastimes. And I want to, yeah, I'm finished. 2 minutes. Yes, sir. Yeah. So he said that this is the last slide. See, thank you slide has come now. I know, 5 o'clock I'm supposed to end. It became a little late, yeah. So, in this way, you can see Kaviraj Goswami's careful attitude in dealing with a superior who has written the book on the similar area. So he didn't consider him a competitor, or he didn't want to outdo him or something, outsmart him. So, many things we learned today. Hopefully some of those things you appreciated. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. So, only I have to learn one very important habit of giving a shorter lecture and letting time for discussion, which I am very bad at. Because we are used to giving long seminars and workshops. This is actually a 2-hour workshop, which I packed, I think, in 1.5 hours, I think, right? Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And we were eagerly waiting again for your next visit. Again, let's thank Prabhu for wonderful class. So everyone, please, we will have a arti now. So please get up and put all the asanas in the back. And let's also roll up this carpet here. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
You know 6 o'clock.
Oh, sure. I'll be there. Is there any headphone, Mataji, headphone? Namo Yom Vishnu Padaya कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनेति नामिने नमोऽयं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनेति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय आप भी बातें हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol জয় ও বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমাংশ পরিবাচক আচার্য অষ্টোত্তর শত কৃষ্ণ কৃপাসী মূর্তি ছিল অভয় চরণারবিন্দ ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী মহারাজ ছিল প্রভুপাদ কি ইসকন বিবিটি সংস্থাপক আচার্য ছিল প্রভুপাদ কি জয় ওং বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমাংশ পরিবাচক আচার্য অষ্টোত্তর শত কৃষ্ণ কৃপাসী মূর্তি ছিল ভক্তি সিদ্ধান্ত সরস্বতী ঠাকুর মহারাজ ছিল প্রভুপাদ কি জয় ওং বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমাংশ সাক্ষাৎ বৈরাগ্য মূর্তি ছিল গৌর কিশোর দাস বাবাজি মহারাজ কি জয় ওং বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমাংশ সচ্চিদানন্দ ছিল ভক্তি বিনোদ ঠাকুর কি জয় ওং বিষ্ণুপাদ পরমহংস বৈষ্ণব সার্বভৌম শিল জগন্নাথ দাস বাবাজি মহারাজ কি ব্রহ্মমধ্য গৌরীয় সম্প্রদায় আচার্য পরম্পরা কি অনন্ত কোটি বৈষ্ণব বৃন্দ কি নামাচার্য শিল হরিদাস ঠাকুর কি শ্রী রূপ শ্রী সনাতন শ্রী জীব শ্রী গোপাল ভট্ট শ্রী রঘুনাথ দাস শ্রী রঘুনাথ ভট্ট সর গোস্বামী প্রভু के प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद के श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन गिरि गोवर्धन गोप गोपीनाथ की जय श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की श्री श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की श्री पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री श्री गंगा माई की जंगम जमुना माई की श्री श्री वृंदादेवी तुलसी महारानी की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की ट्रांससेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांससेंडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्रीमन महाप्रभु श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह पंचदत्त आचार्य परंपरा संध्या आरती की आरतीते अंशग्रहणकारी सकल गौर भक्तवृंद के निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga all glories to Srila Prabhupada Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna. Today's Sandhya Arati and the Narsingha prayer is dedicated to one of Srila Prabhupada's very, very dear and senior disciple, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. We need Maharaj's guidance for many, many more years. So we pray for Maharaj's health. Please everyone pray intensely and keep Maharaj at your prayer. When we pray for pure devotees like Maharaj, we ourselves get purified. So with that, with your full attention and prayer, full mood, let us all begin Narsinga prayer. Namaste Narasinghaya. Namaste Narasinghaya. Praladadaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshah. Hiranyakashipurvakshah. Shilatankan khalare. Shilatankan khalare. Ito nishingha parato nishingha. Ito nishingha parato nishingha. Yato yato yami tato nishingha. Yato yato yami tato nishingha. Bahe nishingha, hridaye nishingha. Bahe nishingha, hridaye nishingha. Narasingha Mahadev Sharanam Prapade. Narasingha Mahadev Sharanam Prapade. Abakara Kamala Bare Nakha Adbhuta Shringa Dalitam Hiranyakashipu Tanubhinga Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare. Tab kara kamala bare nakha madhuta shringa dalitam hiranyakashipu tanubhinga
केशवधेता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधेता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरे 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 जय नरहरे जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव जय श्री भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मीपति नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्तराज भक्त शिरोमणि शिशि प्रहलाद महाराज की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे
Hare Krishna. Welcome to ISKCON of Silicon Valley. We'd like to thank you for joining us today. We thank a very special guest who has been here this weekend, yesterday as well as today. He's been doing programs all over the Bay Area. He specializes in attracting the youth. And today he gave a wonderful class. So we'd like to thank his guest, Radhe Shyam Prabhu. And we were especially in for a treat with the kirtans today because we had two melodious Bengali singers. One is Koladeep Prana Prabhu, the other is Shamarupa Prabhu, who led today's kirtan. Not only do we thank you for being present, but on these programs, we usually have many, many devotees who join from online through Zoom. So we thank them for their presence and for the digital team who makes it all possible. We have one sponsor for the Sunday Feast program today. Sponsors are those who kindly donate towards the feast and towards the program. And the special sponsor today is Anil Reddy Sanukomu. Are you here? Anil? Yes, please come up. Haribo. Is there any special occasion?
Nothing. Would you like to say anything? There is no special occasion. I just felt like doing it. I saw the email from ISV, and then I felt like sponsoring. I sponsored. Nothing special about this day. Just for Krishna.
This is a Maha garland from the deities. Thank you for your sponsorship. Now we will announce the cooks, the team of cooks who made today's feast. Madhuri Saki.
Hare Krishna. Today we had our cooks led by Swarna Gopika Mataji and Mukta Mataji, helped by Siddhaka Prabhu, Ramuna, Hema Mataji, Mukta Mataji, Sali Mataji, Karna Sindhu Mataji, Pragdish Prabhu, Arun Prabhu, Priya Saki Mataji, Sachin Prabhu, Aditya Prabhu, Harita Mataji, and Niharika. And our cleaners for today are Ravan, Praveen Prabhu, Raghava Charya Prabhu. Aiwa.
Thank you. Before we proceed to the prasadam and cooking announcements, we have Shri Krishna Purushottam Prabhu who has a special announcement.
Thank you, Prakashar. Hare Krishna. As you BBT remittance newsletter released just 2 days ago, and we are very happy that ISV is the number one again in the book distribution for 2022. So I don't know how many are in the lecture, right? Today there is a competition, spiritual competition, and so in ISV we never report any individual scores. It's all group scores. Many other temples, they report their own scores like individuals. But Vaisheshika Prabhu mood is the cooperation. And that's why we always have ISV, like the full report from the teams, not from the individuals. So honoring that February 12th, we are having a big Sunday feast. That is cooking at least 15 to 20 items for all the devotees, and also Srila Prabhupada celebrating our Sankirtan achievement for last year. So also on high demand, I am making Udupi Sambar. So please everybody join on that day and honor the prasadam. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Speaking of prasadam, I don't know if we have sambar today, but we definitely have a wonderful feast that's cooked. We have 2 lines outside, and you might be familiar. The left line, the left side, is a pre-made plate. So you stand in line, you receive whatever the prasadam is, and it's much faster. The right side line, you can pick and choose which items that you'd like, your quantities and everything. So that's on the right side. Left side, pre-made. Right side, custom. Okay. And so after prasadam prayers, prasadam will be served outside. We request the devotees to exit this hall by 7 p.m. Because we'll have further kirtans. We also will require some help to clean the temple. So if you're available and you'd like to clean either here or in the kitchen after you honor prasadam, please help out. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So we also need help in the kitchen if anybody's so interested for baking cookies for some visiting devotees. So if you're interested in that, please head over to the kitchen. Hare Krishna.
Sharira Vidyaja Jodindriya Taheka Jive Fele Vishaya Sagore Taramade Jivayati Lobo Moy Sudarmati ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ दयामय करिबरे जीवा जय स्वप्रसादन दिलो भाई से अनामृत पाओ श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमिता को श्री चैतन्य निताय प्रेमिता को श्री चैतन्य निताय महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन् सुमिष्टो न जायते प्रसादे सर्व दुःखानामनिरासोपजायते प्रसन्न चेतसो यासु बुद्धि पर्यावशिष्टते त्वयोपभुक्त स्वगन्धा वासोऽलङ्कार चर्चिता शिष्टभोजिनो दासस्तवमयं जयेमहि महाप्रसादम की जय Please come take prasadam. Hari Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.